About a lot of the wars that we're fighting at the moment, and I don't just mean the Middle East, I mean kind of personal wars and things as well. Aerial visions of invading forces, grainy images of planes over borders, close-up colour photos of survivors and mourners, contrasts the rocket launcher clutching, scarf-covered face stereotype published to warners of the existence of a clear and present danger that's neither clear nor presented without bias. And the danger of their actions and our inaction is inflicted upon strangers in faraway lands, where winds blow sands and shrapnel-torn hands try to rebuild structures basic to survival. Shelter, warmth, access to clean water, hospitals and medication to stem the slaughter. But they're not our sons and daughters, so we contentedly sip tea, feeling safe and sound, surrounded by CCTV, entombed underground in this land we call free, that's been bought by many lives. But we're happy for the price to be paid, as long as it's not by me. So we sign away our powers to these figures of authority. Authority and power demand respect and honesty. But do you see any transparency? Only in the vacuous gaps in their applications of reasoning, their spiced up dossiers too heavy on seasoning to be tasted by any other than the chefs that created them. Does it seem strange, my friends, that we're the ones debating them politicians, while they're paid by us for their decisions and the process by which they're making them? But what can I do, apart from fill papers with scraping pens? I'm a small pawn on a board controlled by overlords. They're untraceable and unaccountable to hopeless laws. Can we honestly raise our swords in a blazing force when most of us can hardly afford to pay our board? If we can, then what are we waiting for? Can you see a Messiah coming to save us all? If so, how long can we afford to wait before we storm the gate when the third world poor are being fucked by the West and we're happy to sit back and watch them fornicate? Am I really that hypnotised by the desire to buy? My eyes are wide, but do I need this toy? And if I knew the true story behind it, would it bring joy? How its components were mined and traded for, would it still be the thing I've always been waiting for? If I could see the unpaid hours slaved to make it, 18-hour work days and still their children run naked and are too poor to be educated. But if we really moved that far from the days of slave ships, the cargo's no longer human, it's the latest trainers and mobile phones for when they upgrade us. You won't read this in the papers, but right now there are more people living under slavery than at any other time in history. And I'm not talking about the likes of you or I, enslaved to our 9-to-5 grinds, sick and depressed and don't know why. But however stressed I get when I write, however dark my heart goes in the depths of the night, when I look into the eyes of my wife, I see the sun rise 1,000 times. And I know, with one love, for mankind, at the end there is light.